Hello, hello, hello. It's 6:40. It's Dirty Trucking, Dirty Trucking. I just had to delete the video that just uploaded. Got some new information to add to it. My living room camera went offline at 6:13. I don't know what that is. I'm not home. But it went offline after I picked up this Caucasian female. I'm out here, way the hell out here, off a Hall Road in Michigan. That's 20-mile road. And after she got in the car and I started my trip with her, the camera mysteriously went offline. But there was something weird about the trip, because the trip said it was 8 miles to go get her, and then it was an 8-mile ride to drop her off. She was going to Romeo. But after she get in the car, I mean, before she got in the car, I start the trip to go get her. She actually is across the highway from where I just dropped off at. So that was weird. I mean, it said 8 miles to go get her. And then after I started the trip, said it's a 14-mile ride where she's going all the way up to Romeo. The directions come up POW, MIA on the Google map. These are the little games they play. Now, this is what I see. They like to play games with shit. I don't know why that camera's being cut off. It happened 2 days ago when I ended up having to take the day off because I was sick. And it went off while I was asleep, but it was around 8 something in the evening when it went off. I wasn't woke to see if the camera is physically cutting off or what's going on with it. But every time that living room camera is offline, I'm nowhere around to see what's actually going on with that goddamn camera. So I don't know what the fuck this is. This is either somebody hacking into the system, because that is odd that every fucking camera that I've had, and I have it all on my YouTube, because I'm not lying, I've been all on YouTube for years with these different surveillance cameras in my apartments and what they start doing after I hook them up in the apartment. Somebody has to be accessing it, but how they making it go offline, I don't know. To go offline, it's either unplugged or it's not connected to the Wi-Fi. That's the only way it could be offline. The only way my surveillance camera could be offline is not connected to the Wi-Fi or it's been unplugged. Now, those are the only two situations that will generate an offline message. How is it not connected to the Wi-Fi? The doorbell camera is connected to the same Wi-Fi that the living room camera is connected to. How is it offline? If that's offline, I should have got a message that my doorbell camera is offline, or clicked on the app and see the doorbell camera's offline. It's not offline. It's not offline. And it went offline at 6:13. As of 6:30, I was ending my trip up in Romeo, and as the passenger was getting out, I was requesting Google to call my security at the building. And well, she started acting strange when I started requesting security at the building. She started acting strange. Getting a little fidgety. But the camera went offline shortly after I picked her up. I don't know what's going on. All I know is a couple of days ago, 2 days, what was that? When was that day? Whatever day it was, I took off. Day before yesterday. It went offline when I was laying there asleep. And every time it go offline, normally I'm out here driving, and then I can't have there's no way for me to check what that is, because I'm never home when they go offline. Now, if I can catch it going offline when I'm at the house, then at the apartment, then I can physically see if that camera is off. If it's off. Because that is fucking impossible. At this point, they're not going to tell me I have a faulty camera. It's not the camera. It's every camera I get Now, I don't know who would be turning the camera off or why it'd be turning it off. So because of that, I had, after the pastor got out, I got in touch with my security of the building. I said, could you have security walk my floor? Check the door, make sure it's secure, make sure nobody's in the apartment, because my living room camera requested offline, saying it's offline. I said it's impossible for it to be offline. That means my Wi-Fi would be down. If the Wi-Fi would be down, my other camera would be offline. I mean, how does they keep targeting the living room camera? You ain't finna tell me there's no goddamn ghost. The only way that camera could be offline, it is disconnected from the Wi-Fi, or you unplugged it. That's the only way. And for you to unplug it, you got to be in the apartment. But you're not going to tell me that if somebody came in there, the doorbell camera should have caught it. Because I've had things going wrong with the doorbell camera. It didn't count nobody but me and whoever else comes in the apartment. Me or my son. That's it. But when my journal got switched, I had a security camera. That security camera. How did they switch my journal with that security camera? At the time, I don't think I had the doorbell camera. Well, you know what? I don't know. I had to check when I got that doorbell camera. I had to go check and look on the date when I got that doorbell camera, to see if I had that doorbell camera when I went on my cruise. Because I believe the journal got switched when I went on that cruise. Because I remember going in my room, picking that journal up, taking it out to the living room, opening it up on the table, and it was still in color. I remember that. But that was before the cruise. And I believe it was back in the summertime. When? I don't know. It was after I came back from the cruise and decided to get on TikTok, is when I went back in there and got that journal and noticed it'd been switched. And when I went on that cruise, I was gone for 4 days. That's long enough for them to pull that off. You either had somebody at Amazon Print on Demand print that up for you in black and white. You either know somebody there, or you just a clever individual and somehow you access my Kindle and got the files for the interior page and the cover page. Maybe you went to Kinko's and assembled it yourself and switched it in there. But the barcode on the book will register Amazon. The barcode on the cover of that book will register Amazon. Or maybe you didn't even replace the cover. Maybe you just separated the interior color pages from the original cover of the book, of the journal. You just replaced the interior, glued it all back together, and put it back in my apartment. Somebody took it out of there, the original, and somebody put that fake one in there. But all I know I had is still same Google camera. My camera ain't alerting me to nobody coming in the apartment taking shit. And I've made several videos with that camera not filming nobody. And I've made a video about somebody went into camera settings and changed the zone so it wouldn't pick up nobody walking in certain areas of the apartment. That's why the camera, when I told you my son said when it was eating and I wanted to check why my camera wasn't showing him moving around in the apartment, I went in the system and seen somebody had reset the zones on the camera. See, you just can't get a camera and turn it on. You got to check the zone. Because if your zone is not set right, it ain't going to pick up the areas you want it to pick up to notify you of movement. Somebody reset the zone to a narrow space right in front of the couch. I made a video about that. And for them to do that, and I have my cell phone in my possession, that means this is being done elsewhere on somebody else's equipment. And they're accessing my surveillance camera system for them to do that. You either hacked into my phone doing it, or either you somehow able to get into my system from where you are in doing it. I had another camera that did that. Somebody, what was that camera? I don't know if it was Wise. The Wise camera I had. The one I videoed coming in the front door, smacking it around. It didn't even detect motion. And I walked all the way up to it. The dining room table was smacking it around before it finally started doing motion. All my cameras start doing the same thing. You ain't gonna tell me I'm buying cameras that all of them had the same kind of fucking problem. No, that's somebody causing these problems. So, with I believe it was the Wise camera I had. With that camera, I had it set. This is before I started putting a chair upside my door, which is better security. I feel much better with that than a fucking camera. But I used to get up periodically in the middle of the night, go to the restroom, and my camera would alert the phone and movement in the living room. And I kept noticing there was no alerts of movement in the living room. What the fuck going on? I'm moving, the camera ain't saying shit. My phone ain't nothing. So I go into the settings with the I believe it's the Wise. I believe it was my Wise camera I had at the time. The Wise camera, you could set rules on it. Rules to tell it to do stuff at certain times. And I went into the camera and saw somebody had set a rule for that camera to turn off. I think it was between the hours of, I don't know if it was midnight and 3 a.m. or 10 p.m. and 3 a.m., something like that. But somebody had set a rule for the camera to turn off during the hours I was in there asleep. How you do that? I got the phone. The app is on my phone. The Wise camera app is on my phone. I wouldn't set a rule for it not to detect motion because I'm trying to catch the bastard coming in there. Something happened to me, I want it on video. I didn't do that. If my phone is in my hand right now, this is what the fuck I'm videoing on. And to turn the camera off, you have to go in the app on my phone and click a button. For the camera to be offline, you got to disconnect it from the Wi-Fi or unplug it from the wall. If I got my phone in my fucking hand and I'm not home, who cut the camera off? So, I requested the building security to go up there and check the floor. That was on patrol. I did it for two reasons. To make sure my cameras is you know what? See, they seem to know that I requested something, so they're going to make the camera function right. So, security did go up there. I said, well, if security did go on patrol, I will see him at the front doorbell. I got an alert that somebody was at the front doorbell. I see the security guy. I speak to him through the doorbell camera. I say, everything okay with the door? It's locked? He said, it's pretty secure. He don't see anybody up there. I said, okay, thank you for checking. But that don't mean it's nobody inside the apartment. Now, that's what he don't have. He don't have a key to go in the apartment. That don't mean it's not anybody inside the apartment. Him checking the door don't mean somebody's not in the apartment. Because like I said, I can't remember if I had a doorbell camera during the time. And I believe I did. That my journal, that when I think the journal got switched. I think it got switched when I went on that cruise. Because I remember having that journal prior to that cruise. And it was still in color. The interior. Who's cutting the camera off? And I found out through my Wi-Fi provider, who's now owned by somebody in Ohio now. It's called, it's different Wi-Fi provider now. They changed their name. But I have never had a problem out of the Wi-Fi. except maybe that you haven't checked the speed of it, make sure the speed is right. Somebody did say they changed the speed on it one day. Why would you set the speed? I'm paying for the fastest speed. But and I hope I don't have any problems with that after making this. Seems like I have problems after making a video. They come out playing games after making a video. So, and I picked up this magazine today. Detroit Riverfront. I picked up this magazine. Had it laying in the car. On this bag is where I keep my surveillance camera. I keep that surveillance camera in this bag. This magazine was laying up against that bag. And my camera went offline. You see the games they play? I mean, I'm being watched. Where is it in here? Where's the bug? Where's the camera? Is it in here? Is it in here? Because these started coming on. Is it in the mirror? Is it in the... I forgot how you're supposed to check to make sure this mirror ain't got nothing in it. Is it... Where's the camera here? There's got to be something in here. Is it in here? Where's the camera? Where's the camera? It's got to be something. Some way they watching me. They be playing these games. Why you cut the camera off? Why do you keep doing that? You did that when I was laying up there asleep. And I know for a fact when I was laying up there asleep, that was impossible for you to be in there. But the camera was off. But maybe you were attempting to go in there. Sneak in there. Maybe get the keys to the vehicle and go out to the car. Do whatever. Then sneak it back in while I'm asleep. Maybe you plan to go through my wallet or whatever. Or maybe you plan to come in there and do whatever. What you thought you were going to get you some? Pull a blanket off me. What was you doing? What was you attempting to do? And you thought I was gone. But I was home. See, that happened a long time ago. When I stayed at East Point Trust. I left. I was having the same problem there. I didn't have no surveillance camera there. But I knew somebody was coming in my apartment. They were turning the AC and the heat on. My money ended up disappearing out my pants pocket. I was taking a shower one day and got a sense that somebody just walked past the shower door. Had the management change the locks. Was laying in the bed. And the living room lit up blue. Like I heard the flash from a camera. Like somebody came by that night and took a picture of the damn door. Kid you not. I was at East Point Trust. I didn't even have a camera then. Every apartment, same shit. My house, same shit. But all of this started taking place after that Warren truck plant shit. But I believe the sneaking into your house and all this switching shit was going on long before that. It just got brought to my attention after what happened to me in Warren truck plant. And it started increasing. It's like somebody found me. This all happened, started increasing after I was going on a cruise with some coworkers at Warren truck plant. And I sent off for my passport. When I sent off for my passport, that's when I started. And when stuff started increasing, a little weird shit. And I remember Mario would walk around the plant, talk about they got her. They got me? What the fuck are you talking about? Who got me? Talking about they got her. Who is they? Who is they? Why does this camera keep going off? Like I said, just because he checked the door, don't mean ain't nobody on the other side of that damn door. Because they doing something to that camera, that doorbell camera, the reason why they never on film coming in the apartment or leaving out. Because what he just did is just let me know the door is locked. But it don't necessarily mean there ain't nobody on the other side of the door. I just contacted my son. He's not there. Because I'd have him go check it to see what's going on with the camera. And last time it went offline, it was offline so bad, I had to reinstall the whole damn camera. And I'm telling you, my Wi-Fi provider told me that they could see all your devices that is connected to your Wi-Fi. They could see that. Now, it could be somebody with the Wi-Fi provider doing it, Or it could be somebody with the camera system itself. It could be somebody